Okay, let's take a look at a couple of examples of addition and subtraction in the hexadecimal system. Now we know that the hexadecimal system is base 16. And as you've seen in previous PowerPoints and in the readings, we remember that the base 16 system requires us to create some new symbols. And that's primarily because we can't use 2 digits to represent the number that we normally know as 11. We need to have a symbol not only for what we normally call 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, but we need to have a symbol for the quantity 10. And conventionally, we use the letters of the alphabet for that. So we normally allow, for example, what we normally call 10 in the base 10 system, we call that A, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D, 14 is E, 15 would equal or would be the same as F, and for 16 we would be ready to write that as a new place, and therefore what we normally know as 16 would be written as 10 in base 16. You will definitely want to consult your tables on page 215 for addition in the base 16 system. Let's proceed with our first example of 2a18 plus 43b in base 16. The first thing that we want to do is we want to add 8 to the quantity b. Now, if we were trying to do this without our chart, we might ask ourselves, okay, well, b actually means the number 11 to us, plus 8 would give us the number 19 in the base 10 system. However, we know that in base 16 we would not write 19 as 19. Instead, we would write it as one complete group of 16 with 3 remaining. Therefore, 8 plus b would equal one group of 16 with 3 left over. Now you can double check that by taking a look at your chart, taking a look for 8 down the first column, and taking a look for b across the top row, and the sum of 8 plus b is 3. So we'll record a 3 in that first place. We will carry the 1. Now we're ready to add 1 plus 1 plus 3. Well, that's easy. That's not near the quantity of 16 where regrouping would need to occur. So we're ready just to record the quantity of 5. No regrouping. The next column, a plus 4. Now we know that a in the base 16 system stands for our number 10. And we know when we add 10 to 4, we get 14. That's not up to 16 yet, so there will be no regrouping. However, we must think about the digit that's needed to write the number 14. And as we can see right here, the number 14 is given by the letter E. So we'll record an E. No regrouping. And so our next column comes straight down, our next digit in our next column comes straight down, it would be a 2. Therefore, the sum is 2E53 in base 16. Now while we're at it, let's go ahead and do a subtraction problem in base 16. Our first example problem will be A83 subtract 43B, both in base 16. Now, B stands for 11 to us in base 10. There is no way that we can subtract the quantity B from 3. Therefore, this is going to call for borrowing. So we'll come over and borrow 1 from that second place. That will change to a 7, and we know that this 3 will need to change to 1, 3. Now remember that 1, 3 means that we have one complete group of 16 plus 3 extra. In base 10, that would give us 19. one complete group of 16 plus the 3 extra. Now 19 subtract B would be 19 subtract 11, which gives us 8. So we can record an 8. Again, you can use your chart by starting with the value of 1, 3. Inside the chart, we need to subtract B, and you can find that the missing addend here is 8. Now we move to our next column, 7 subtract 3. That can be easily done without any regrouping. We would record a 4. And our final column, we need to take A, which is 10, and subtract 4 from it. That's 6. No regrouping needed and no unusual digit. So our final answer here for base 16 would be 648.